ndị be anyị ka ụbọchị nke taa mara na anyị mma. Asị m na ya bala okeke bala oke afọ. Asị m na ya dịrị ndị Igbo niile na mma, na ya dịrị anyị Igbo na mma, na anyị nche ya dị ka echi, na echi ada agwụ agwụ, maka na onye Igbo ka anyị bụ. Ife anyị na-azọ bụ ka o si dịrị anyị na mma, ọ bụrụ onye ji nke ya. Ma dịka o si dị, ihe a bụ Igbo midia ka anyị si wee na-ewetara unu nnukwu ozi ya dị oke mkpa gbasata maka ihe na-eme na be anyị bụ ana Igbo, ana gbasata maka ntọrọ ọdịda anyanwụ a na-akpọ Eastern Region, ya bụ Igbo midia. Dịka o si dị, o nwere ihe anyị ga-etinyere unu n'iru akwụkwọ gbasata maka nnwere onwe a na-azọ, ihe Biafran Prime Minister kwuru n'iru akwụkwọ. Mma achọ ka Igbo mụrụ nze mụọ ọzọ, ka ndị Igbo ji biri, jegodi na ya bụ ife, gee na ya bụ ife, unu ga-esi ya, unu atụkpọ alụ, tinye uche nke unu, ife unu chere gbasata maka ya bụ ife nwanne anyị nwoke bụ Simon Ekpa kwuru n'iru akwụkwọ. Ọ dị na ka o sikwu m n'ọnụ. Over to you, sir.
You said it. Is there any way to verify that, because you said one man, one vote, one Gmail. So how do you verify people that use multiple Gmail to vote? Thank you.
We verify by the uploaded pictures and portrait we post while you are making the voting. So it is not just about Gmail. When you are registering for the self-referendum, you will be asked to upload your own personal pictures. So if you have 5 email and you upload 5 different pictures, it means that 5 people have voted.
Okay, thank you. Can we move forward? Simon Ekpa, Ikukubicha, please.
I want a question. Not
Wunyendu. Mazi Simon Bulu Prime Minister. Omilina unade gesele Mazi Nnamdi Ukwu. Makana obuna yima Mazi Nnamdi Kanu John ya wesi through I think our lawyer I can't remember when you could that thing in either media this thing on the DOS BMA that thing could that call lawyer catch echetism. Man I was saying that I actually sit at home, what did you no makia? Yeah, because when you're gonna tinya come ya get make up no no so msikam juo. Can you tukuna sit at home or contravention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or can we have Wunyendu? Yeah, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu call was game up Wunyendu in the IPO makana. Ibiana kuna and what was the head of ESN and what was one head of IPOB na Ecolas Guhani into the course no Biafra BRGIE, right? Now, but the first adjunct can bonke while Gaju or Sistobo. Kedi him will you go Wasalon DOS Makana, and when or tutuoge, Habiana na species and Mekwa communicate quantum what is here. Now, Ngema DJ. Nagima our IPO. Manesi ni IPOB. Mwada Abraham baby Chubabi IPOB IPOB Abraham IPOB Amarom. Manhana Kanzage. So first of all, and I'm going to English because and then mail communication process on people. First of all, that you lose people during the war does not make you believe in Biafra. That's number one. I want to correct that because your actions and attitude suggest you never supported Biafra. And another question, actions of Muma. Yes, I don't know Onyebo, but your comment here suggests you can make me judge you. So I drug out to support Biafra. No, I have judged you because if you are supporting Biafra, you cannot begin to indict me or start to get me on my process. I'm just responding to the comment. At this point, I am piloting the liberation of Biafra, and you can agree to that, whether you believe in it or not. So, the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I don't know why you people all of a sudden you love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Before, some of you were attacking him, planning how to capture him, because you think that if you capture him, Biafra is dead. Now you have captured him and you have seen a monster. You can call me that. I'm not bothered about that. However, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being in captivity of the DSS under Nigeria cannot give us order.
he is not here to know what is happening. We know what is happening better than him. And because we know whom he is, and we know what his stand is before he was captured, we cannot change our principle based on the fact that he was captured, and then from inside the prison, inside the DSS dungeon, he is giving us an order. That order never come from him. If they want to tell us that the order was coming from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they should release him and let him come and say it to the public. We have made that particular stand very, very clear. So we are not going to take any order from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from DSS dungeon. The number two, what was the number two question? Because you know, you will talk a lot of stories. And what was number two question?
Ajụjụ nke bụ amjụ bụ asị gị ọtụtụ oge ndị BOS Patagonia community say na game.
Okay, yeah, I understand you. Well, I will not make a comment on that because as far as I'm concerned, and many Biafrans are concerned, that does not exist. Those people are the agent of Nigeria. I will call them the IPOB Nigeria. Political movement. Yes, that doesn't exist.
Okay, so
well, you can see whether they exist based on the action on ground. They don't have anything on ground. So we control the Biafra and we control Biafra land. And Biafra people are only loyal to the Biafra government in exile, not them.
Okay, Mr. Simon, question Madujo, statement rather somebody made, and I want you to react to that. He said that you are a criminal employed by the Nigerian government to cause these problems to an Igbo. What do you have to say to that? Because this
is a very ignorant. He's an ignorant person.
Let me finish.
He's an ignorant. I will also add that he's an ignorant fool.
Hold on.
If I am employed by Nigeria government, why are you supporting Nigeria government who will employ somebody to destroy Ali Igbo? Why do you want to?
Before you react, so that you can react at once.
I'm reacting immediately.
Okay, Onye Kulifa is actually an IPOB member.
Right? He is not. Believe me. Do you not understand that these people are Nigeria IPOB? We call them IPOB Nigeria. That is their new name. They support election. They support everything in Nigeria. And when they fail, they come to Biafra struggle. These are the criminals that have been using Biafra struggle to enrich themselves and build their career in politics.
Okay, so you are saying you have nothing to do with
I have nothing with them. They are not Biafrans at this point.
I'm talking about Nigerian politicians. They don't give you any form of enticement whatsoever.
I don't have any contact with anybody, any politician in Nigeria, and I don't have anything to do with it. And I will never have anything to do with them. And I have said, if anybody have any dealing with Simon Ekpa, they should come and make it public. I will leave Biafra.
Okay, let's move forward. Thank you. Mighty Dot, do you have a question or you want a comment?
Well, remember, sorry. Let me round it up before the Mighty Dot. Remember that during the election, they said Bola Tinubu paid me $20-something million to disenfranchise Obi. Now, election is over. I'm still fighting Tinubu. So how do you reconcile that?
Okay, that's fine. That's Mighty. You were question because I'm not a question. I got on you question.
For the self-referendum, you will be asked to upload your own personal pictures. So if you have 5 email and you upload 5 different pictures, it means that 5 people have voted.
Okay, thank you. Can move forward. Instructions from someone in captivity, but he goes about telling his followers that the reason he opposed DOS is because they refused to implement MNK's order for him to broadcast on Radio Biafra. So that's one question. Then number 2, he said the question is, can you ask him if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu got released today? Will he hand over to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? So respond to these 2 questions.
What are we handing over? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remained the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. So what are we handing over? We're handing over the freedom to him. We're handing over the struggle to him. We are fighting for the liberation of Biafra. So if he come and we continue where we stop.
Okay, so you will remain because as it is right now, you are assuming the position of leadership. So when Nnamdi Kanu comes out, are you still going to be the leader?
He is my leader as of today. When he come out and make his position known that he's still in Biafra, we continue from where we stop. Is anybody dragging that? And people do not actually understand what is prime minister. Is prime minister the head of a nation?
Okay.
These are people who claim to be educated. They claim that some of them are commenting from abroad, probably. Is prime minister the head of a nation?
Prime minister is the governmental head of a nation.
Where are you? Okay. Because I told him called heated. Ada and Simon, I told him called heated. Can I go transfer the mic around so that can I add your questions? Chief Doctor Ogwego, ask your question. Then we'll go to Ngene and as Chief Quello. Dr. Ogwego, ask your question.
Chief, please, Chief, I don't clear because a lot of
Please, Chief. Look, you see, it is either you want to use this your platform to educate people or not. Somebody made a comment here that Prime Minister is the head of a country. It's like people don't actually understand this, and you allow it to go by.
No,
we need to educate them. We need to educate her. I actually muted her because you guys are having back and forth, and that's so now because you made that comment and everybody heard it. So I want to tell her that Prime Minister is not the head of a country. That is number one, and she can go and make a research and Google up the role of the minister in the government
of the country.
Minister is the head of God. Not all of us are dumb. Not all of us are dumb. What are you saying?
It was a double mute. He should be fine after a while.
I'm going to mute. Ajụjụ m nke izizi na-agalụ onye si na Prime Minister ndị Biafra in exile. Ajụjụ m nke mbụ na-agalị ya. Ọ dịrị enough ị na-asụ Oyibo si anyị economic strangulation of Nigeria. Aghọtara m ya maka na since nne n'anya sit at home a na-eme ndị ọ na-eme affect enwe economic strangulation. Ndị Igbo ka ọ na-strangulate their economy. I'm from Koseme, Nigeria. Go akwụkwọ ha na-alụ ọrụ na Monday na-asị anyị sit at home ebe anyị nwa nọ n'ala Igbo ndị Igbo na-agwa unu na ihe unu na-eme adịrị anyị mma si nọ na try another way ị na-asị anyị na ọ dị successful. So all two simple question. Kedu ka isi believe when you na strangulate Nigeria economy? That is one. Number two, can you just see key measure success again? I want to feel the bond na wagon no deals anyama. Echo enata Juan di Wota, Ndi Wana Enugu na Anambra na the whole southeast. Joanna Hakacho sit at home.
Can I answer you?
Can you charge you? Can you answer me? Don't cut me. Don't cut me short. Can you charge you?
Let me answer this one, please.
Okay.
Yeah. So, your problem. Can somebody mute? Can you mute yourself because I'm hearing myself? Thank you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, your problem is caused by Nigeria, not Simon Ekpa. I'm not the reason why you are not educated to know what the government.
I'm more educated than you are. I am more educated than you are. You've been talking like an idiot.
If you are educated, you will know that the Southeast governors have released the impact of sit at home in the Southeast, and it is not from your pocket. The economic loss to sit at home is not measured from what you are getting to your pocket. It is measured by the revenue that the government is generating, and they have seen almost 10 billion loss, as at last year or so. That's number one. So if you are educated, you will be able to follow up the report, the economic indices, and the report coming from the governors that you are believing in today. Number two.
How does the government make its money, your guy?
Can you just keep quiet?
Chelo kai just jini ha I na mutan education naga left and right. I'm a monkey left kai no kita chelo no biko. Nga Simon Jebaniru o.
You talk about the pipeline of Niger Delta. The Biafra government are now making sure that we delegitimize Nigeria, also stopping them from exporting oil. And the oil pipeline will be going on flame until they leave our land. That is happening as we speak. And another thing is that I am not here for you people to agree. There is always a two sides to a coin. You believe and you don't believe. And very, very fortunate to me and many Biafrans is that those who believe in what we are doing are bigger than you in number. And that is democracy. So it does not matter what your opinion are on this. Since you don't believe in Biafra, we can never force you to believe in Biafra. But those who believe in Biafra are bigger in number than you. And let me tell you, what we are going to do to you people, you are going to be surprised. We will adopt even more stringent measures.
You are going to allow this person to make threats?
In which you may pay your own space, sequel to this, that's fine. That conversation will continue, but I will not allow you to make threats on this space. Go ahead with your comments so you can extend more questions.
If you are explaining the stringent measures that the Biafra government will adopt, and I make reference to South Korea. So some of you are looking for a better life, looking for civilization, and I'm making reference to South Korea. And then you talk about threat. Is that a threat? South Korea adopted a policy that those who did not support their freedom during the time of their independence fighting will not have citizenship. It is a measure that government can adopt to punish those who did not support the freedom. And I made it very clear here. So South Korea is a very developed country. You can go and check it. Is that a threat?
Okay, so what you are saying here, got it clear to everybody.
Chief, because answer my question.
No, get it, please don't.
He kept here bragging here. Not the successful, not some of four. Kaya still arrive in a success here. He did not answer the question.
Yeah, to measure your own success.
Yes, I have a yardstick. I'm going to get barrier at the whole southeast. People want the sit at home to stop. That's a yardstick.
Sit at home cannot stop until Biafra come.
Because you are struggling for your. Anum na southeast. Wure ezigbo onye Igbo na bombo na ani Igbo. Ndị Igbo niile na-ebe akwa
this man is really crying.
What makes one a leader is to listen to your people. That's a yardstick. Na ndị Igbo niile nọ na southeast na asịsị kwụsịsị at home. Gị nwa na ndị otu gị nọ na diaspora na Finland na say na ọ na work. I want to know the yardstick EJM arrive na sit at home gị is not hurting ndị Igbo. Rather, it is favoring ndị Igbo. I want to understand the yardstick. Can we mali ihe
I'm not saying that you must understand me, because this is beyond your own understanding. And in a state of war, you do not expect to be eating in the golden plate and golden spoon. Nigeria is at war, and you must not be fighting about your pleasure or your businesses and all that. A lot of business have been destroyed in Lagos. How have you been able to solve the problem of those whom their businesses have been burned in Lagos after the election? Have you been able to approach and have the problem? It is my business, because you don't care about any other person except yourself.
Is Lagos part of Biafra? Why should Lagos be your business? Is it part of Biafra?
Are you not in Nigeria? Are you not in Nigeria?
Give the yardstick you are using to measure. But then it's in one other yardstick that is working in Nigeria. So apparently there is no way to measure the success of this thing. So it's just about, let's continue doing it, whether people like it or not. Provided the order comes from you. No, if I can't get them, they will continue to do that. Meanwhile, we don't want this thing to continue. Okay, that said, another question I want to ask you is something a lot of people will do. On a statement you make, he said you are going to apply stringent measures, and then you made reference to South Korea. So I want to ask you this question. So somebody that has been living in Southeast all his life, doing businesses, have investments, kids, everything, but he doesn't support the struggle. So when Biafra comes, you will have to extradite the person, or you have to ostracize the person. What are you going to do to that person? Because you are saying you will deny the person.
Listen, that's where you're getting our perspectives on this, is that everybody in Biafra land is paying the price of the liberation of Biafra.
No, but you just said
our target will be, let me answer you, finish now. You know, this is not just a yes and no question answer.
Okay, so you say, okay, explain.
So listen, so everybody in the Southeast today and in Biafra land are paying the price of this liberation. We are not yet seeing bomb and resistance and all that. It is not going to happen. We have devised a means to fight Nigeria in a very sensible and systematic way, that we're not going to go into conventional war with Nigeria.
Okay,
that will not happen.
Let me interject you. From the point you just made now, is a serious contrast to what one of your disciples said here. That
please, can you listen to what I'm saying and forget that? Can you not interject me? Let me finish explaining.
I want to say it so that you can respond at once. He said that following the referendum, when you people have been given the mandate, you would declare Biafra, and then that you people have over 100,000 trained military personnel to defend Biafra. What it means is that if you look at that statement, there's an undertone there, war undertone, right? What it means is that there's likelihood.
We know that
you don't know. You don't even know.
I know now. You just answered me. Because there is no way.
I gave you the reasons why I will not. If it's going to be with the arrogance you are displaying on this space, I will not.
Oh, you don't know? You don't have you not followed the freedom fighters?
It's not just the rule of engagement. Some of us have actually done things that can actually wow you. You don't know the rules of. It's not just you that knows the rules of engagement. Listen. Let me land.
So you have just answered me,
Simon.
And the answer you gave, and the answer you gave here.
This is actually my space. This is actually my space. So let me land. If you are speaking this way and we're asking you a question, and then you feel like by throwing a question to me so that I will give you yes or no answer, but you don't want to answer yes or no, then that is very unfair point or position to take. Because you can't tell me, so if you give me this now, what? No. There are things, because if I ask you some question now to say yes or no, you will not answer yes or no, because you want to explain things further. So do not make it that way. If you ask me a question and I didn't say yes or no, then it means that my point is invalid or I don't know what I'm talking about. That's what I want to clear you on. So go ahead and respond to it.
Can I address you now? First of all,
go ahead.
We are dealing with people with different ideology, different polar path. Okay? So that's why I said I am not here to convince you to agree, because it is part of democracy. People will have their opinion. But I'm telling you what we are going to do to achieve our aim. So, and it is left for you to believe it or not to believe it. And I cannot be here now telling you how I'm going to do what you don't believe in. So why do you want to know? If you don't actually believe in Biafra, why do you have to know what we are doing?
Biafra.
So I will give you the answer that I know that cannot jeopardize what we are doing.
No. You are painting a very false and negative narrative.
You just said it here now. You said you don't believe in this kind of Biafra.
Your response and your reaction is that you are painting a different narrative, right? The way I am, right? And you are painting the picture here is just Igbos, of which is not. Because in a question somebody asked, now the map you drew now, is it just Ndibo? Because if I believe Mekata Ndibo before nearly Arofia, so does it mean Nandibo this is Arofi here in Aquado? Then in the south now will be part of that Dorado, that Disney World you are painting. Because they are not actually suffering what Ndibo now suffer now. Right? So
Ndibo, let me explain to you. Ndibo was designed to suffer in Nigeria. And it is not from Simon Ekpa. Ndibo have been disenfranchised from allocation, from education, from everything. So when we are fighting to leave Nigeria, it is very normal that Ndibo.
And by Darun Lineno, Yabukwa Igbo media, I see when I would take on Nupozia do Kemba. The guy see Konunqua, and the guy see Nabambo, I would ike in a new update. Buye basta makife na-eme na ana Igbo be anyị and nwere onwe nke a na-azọ. Ọ ya bụ nkwa ka anyị kwere unu and anyị ga na-emezu ya. Ọzọ dịka ibe ya bụ iwọchi ihe a kịta ị nụrụ n'elu akwụkwọ Biafran Prime Minister kwuru. Gwa onwe gị eziokwu n'ụdị nke gị na nchịkọta mmụọ gị ka ghara iwelitela anyị n'ihe a. Maka oke ihe ga na-esi na-emezi. O nwere ebe ekwete na ndị Igbo ya anọ. O nwere ebe anyị sịrị anyị nọrọ. Igbo abụlọ Senate President. Igbo abụlọ Vice President. Nothing. And na ụmụ ihe ndị niile amegasịkwa anụ ụmụnne anyị esokwa na-agba ụwofa mgba. Maka oke ife ya je megidezie ajụrọzi asị ma ọ gịnị na-emezi ọ dị ka alụ. Arụ achọziri ime anyị. Negodin ka obodo si dị. Ka e mere ji jide nwanne anyị nwoke bụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na mkpọrọ akwa maka ndị Igbo. Gịnị ka ihe ọjọọ mere? Maka ọ sị na n'Igbo ga-adị, maka ọ sị na anyị ga-adị, na anyị ga-adị ka echi na echi ada agwụ agwụ. O nwere ihe ọzọ eji jide ya? Jụọ onwe gị ajụjụ a. Gịnị ka eji jide Maazị Nnamdi Kanu? Ọkwa maka ọ sị na Igbo ya adị. Biko ọ dịghị ka iwe chetara ife a bụ Igbo midia anyị na-asụ n'onu be anyị, ọnụnụ be anyị ka anyị na-asụ. So biko ọ bụ na ede anụ Igbo, iwe ewe na gị, ọnụnụ be anyị ka anyị ji akọwa ihe na-eme ebe a. Ka ego ọkwa na ya anyị na-ekwu bifọ unu ekwe n'iwe ka ife onye ndu melụ, ọ sị na ya na-eme mgbomgbe ndị Igbo na-abịa ya n'alụ, ọ na-ewute ya. Simon Ekpa pini ya, anyị agbaba ya mgba ka e mere obedient movement. Akwụwụrụ okwu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu kwuru before ejide ya, they will never give you that president, that seat. Akwụdoro na ya na Peter Obi winere mana nyere ya. Gịnị ka nsị ya bụ? Mba, Igbo mana na ife maka oke esi na-ekwuzi okwu ọka ife ga na-esi na-emezi. Ọ bụ na ịkpọrọ onwe gị mitin, chụkọ onwe gị ọnụ, jụọ onwe gị ajụ a ka ebe ịkwụ n'obodo a bụ Naijiria. Ajụ nchọkwa onye ọbụla bụ onye Igbo na-ege m ntị n'elu akwụkwọ a, jụọ onwe ya, na na-ejicha onwe gị ya bụ ife isaa ya. Ọgwụna ka m n'ọnụ. Ihe a bụ Igbo midia. Daalụ ụmụnne.